Joining or if you have already been with us, we were just giving a little introduction of who we are. My name is Tia Cooper and I run the brands Tia Takes the World and also Take the World Travel. And today I'm with none other than modern day muse herself. Tell them about you.
Okay, my name is Branlyn Mosby. I'm originally from North Carolina. Both Tia and I actually are from North Carolina. Okay. So I run the brand Never Unpacked. All right. You can find me on TikTok at Never Unpacked. You can find me on Instagram at Never Unpacks. But I also live my life as a modern day muse. Okay. Honey, take notes.
We love it. We love it. And today we're coming to you with this series that we're going to be coming with every Friday. Hopefully, other Fridays won't be as technologically challenged as this one, but this is called the Takeoff Travel Talk. So, if any of you have been following us for years, then you may remember we had a podcast, a very awesome podcast that took off. I believe, was that during COVID or like right before COVID happened?
It was before COVID.
It was before COVID, but it was an amazing travel podcast where we came together to just talk all things travel. And it was the takeoff. And it was amazing. So we came back together with this idea to just talk all things travel, but in a different way this time. The podcast may come back. I've been telling Branlyn I really wanted to come back. The people want it too, but
The
I'm a mind,
people want it.
the people want it. I'm a mind my business though. So there is that. So we are so happy that you all are here. I want you to double tap on the screen, give us some love, and also drop in the comments where you're tuning in from. I want to know where everybody's from, where you're tuning in from. Well, where you're from and where you're tuning in from, maybe two different places. So where are you tuning in from? Let us know.
Absolutely. Tap in the comments, tap the like and tell us where you're from. If you're not sure how the volume's transferring over to my phone, so just make sure I want to make sure everybody's connected in.
Absolutely. Let us know on Instagram. I see over on my TikTok that the people can hear us both. On Instagram, let us know in the comments if you can also hear us. And let me just open up the Facebook video to see. Let us know in the comments also if you can hear us as well. And I think we have tuning in another travel business boss. Over on Facebook is Lavonda Travel Queen Thornton Bush. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But without further ado, since y'all stuck with us through all of the technical difficulties and delays, we want to go ahead and get into today's travel talk. Branlyn, do you want to tell the people what we're talking about today?
Listen, today we're talking about thriving in travel anywhere. Okay. So the way we got this set up, we want to give you a little bit of hack, a little bit of educational talk. We want to talk the business. We want to talk what the travel industry looks like. But today we're talking about how we've taken this business and what it looks like everywhere. To get kickstarted, though, we want to motivate you just a bit. And so today's motivation is your dreams are valid, your vision is powerful, and your potential is limitless. Own your space and take your seat at the table.
Hmm.
That's such a mouthful, right? Your dreams are valid, your vision is powerful, and your potential is limitless. How you feel about that, Tia?
It touched my soul a little bit. You know, I can be a little dramatic, but I'm serious. It really touched my soul a little bit. And I love a good quote. I love a good motivational to get me going. So in this time that we are in, you know, being travel business owners, not even only travel business owners, both of us own other multiple businesses, you know, and we are thriving in both of them and all of our endeavors. So just knowing that those things started from a dream. They started from something that was a vision, a small vision, a dream, a daydream even. You know, some of our businesses and some of our the aspirations that we have and the goals that we've reached started as something what people would call small as a dream or a vision, and the potential is limitless. I love that part of the quote because you can do anything. Sky is the limit. That really, I don't like that quote. I don't like that quote because I mean the sky is high. All right, that's tall. That's a lot, but I want more. I want more than what I can just see. I want to get past what I can see. So knowing that my potential can go past that and that there is no barrier on it, really, it like I said, it touched me. And then the last part of it, talking about owning your own space and taking your seat at the table, I just think that that speaks volumes because in this world of technology and social media, you see all of these other people doing different things, and mostly everybody is sharing their wins. You don't really see anybody sharing their downfall. Some people are getting more transparent. I think in both of our social media walks, we share transparently what we go through. But owning your own space and knowing that it's yours, that your journey is your own, and taking a seat at the table and living in that and living in your truth, that's big to me. I said just as much was that was in that quote. What do you feel about it, Brand?
I think, one of the things that multiple parts. I've kind of, I'm kind of all through the quote, like how you were.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one of the things that comes to mind though is like being the product of baby boomers. We were really taught this American dream that you go to school, you get good grades, you go to college, and you get a job, and you stay with that job, and you retire with that job. And I think what this quote does is put fuel to the fire that it's okay to step outside of that straight and narrow path. Like
Mm,
what you're dreaming is not, it doesn't have to stay in your mind. You can have it. Your
I,
dreams are 1000% valid. Your vision of what you're seeing for your life and for where you want to go, that is powerful. Like I feel like I did post recently and on TikTok, on Facebook and Instagram, like you can throw in a plot twist, right? You can decide that I want to do something a little different. Your potential is limitless. And the other thing that I really appreciate about this is that take your seat at the table. Who said that 5 people got to be a millionaire in this world? Who said that you can't join this industry? Who said that?
no,
It's that Real Housewife of Atlanta episode. Like, you get a chance to be all of this as you like, So I think that's really, really big.
that was good, Brand. I like that. I really like that. I love that. And if you were touched by the quote, the motivational quote that we shared today, write in the comments. Let us know what you thought about it, how it affected you, and how it helps you as well. I think also since we are talking about, how things are, how this quote possibly can transform our lives and how different things have transformed our life. This is a transformative type of quote. I think this is a quote that you read and you'd be like, today is the day. I'm gonna stop playing around. I had that dream I wrote down on my vision board. It's quarter 4. I ain't done nothing with that dream. I had a thought that I wanted to start a business. I ain't done nothing with that business. I need to get, you did that in January. Okay. I think that this is one of those quotes that be like, when? If not now, when? Now is the time. Even if you started it and didn't continue with whatever that dream is, it's not too late. If you are breathing and above the ground, it's not too late and you can still do it.
I know that's right. Like, just do it, right? Like it's like a transcending statement. I don't know what they thought of when they came up with that over there at Nike, but just do it, right? Like get off the couch.
Yeah. I,
Change it up a little bit. All right.
And I just want to say to the viewers that are listening, just make sure that when you are listening to this, don't let it fall on deaf ears. And we're talking about, businesses and dreams and goals, because no matter what industry you're in, no matter if travel is something that you love, which this is the Takeoff Travel Talk, even if travel is not something that you love, still visualize whatever your goals are. Like I said before, if you are above ground, it's not too late to fulfill your dreams, your destinies, and your goals. Visualize what those goals are. If you had them in January and you didn't do anything with them today, okay, rethink them. Why did you come up with that goal? Why was that something that you wanted to do, and how are you going to get to it? Visualize those goals. Think about how you want to succeed, and go for it. Right? What you
One
think
thing
about
that I one thing that I love about our takeoff name is that when we came up with it years ago, right? Because pre-COVID, BC, before COVID,
that?
um, it's so transcending, right? Like it's not something that is a moment, it's a lifestyle, right? It's not about just talking about taking off in travel or from an airplane. It's about taking off in your life. And that's what this quote is talking about. Like everything that comes to your mind has some validity to it. Own
Absolutely.
that. Don't feel like you can't sit at this table. And if you feel like there's no room for you at the table, which I'm here to tell you, there's plenty of room for you at the table,
Yeah.
by all means, go make your own table. Go pull up a table, honey. Go unfold one, put a tablecloth on it, and invite others. Because we don't want to leave a man behind at all, man or woman. Okay. We don't
Absolutely.
want to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I like that. I like that. I said scooch in, get in where you fit in. Or if you don't fit in, like you said, go get your own table and make space for you and the other people that you want to fit in that can fit in with you. You can make your own space. It doesn't have to be a space that you are operating or sharing with other people that didn't want to let you in. Okay. I think that that's good. That took it a whole nother direction for me, Branlyn, owning your space and making space for yourself. If, and that could mean, even though I said get in where you fit in, that could mean making your own lane. There's enough
Absolutely.
room out here and for you to drive your car in another lane. Oh, okay, that is crowded over there. All right, GPS reroute me. Let me take another route.
Listen, the last time I checked, ain't not now highway got one lane. Okay. Not
Well,
now one of them.
you ain't been down to the depths of Georgia where my husband from.
Ain't no
We
highway. Them back roads and dirt
streets.
roads, them streets, okay, with a
You can
K.
take our streets. You can
They
take
are streets.
your
They,
way through the
but
cut.
the highways and the byways that our grandmothers and grandparents all prayed about, them highways and byways, I ain't never met one with one lane.
Absolutely, absolutely. I really hope that that quote, that you can take that with you and that everyone can apply it in your life in whatever way that is beneficial for you. We'll always come to you with a motivational quote or a motivational something just to get you through the next week. Or you might use this in a couple of weeks. Who knows? So I hope that y'all really enjoyed that.
Who knows? That takes us right on into our next segment. So we're talking about today the top 5 tips on working a travel business remotely. So those of you that are following us and that you're tuning in, we are some travel bosses, okay? Tia was in the game and she invited me into the game, and here we are navigating this travel industry together, building businesses, building wealth, building legacy for our people, our families. We hear a lot of times in our in some of our professional development, like people don't want to keep having to go to the bank, they want to be the bank. And I felt that on the inside. But one of the beautiful parts about this business is being able to work it remotely. Now, I am still in a full-time gig. I am in education, so I go to school 10 hours a day. I calculated them hours, y'all. It's 10 hours a day they occupy my time, but I run my business part-time. And the beautiful part about it, I can run it from anywhere. Tia, what are you doing right now as far as travel business?
Right now in my travel business, I am running my business full time. I am a full-time travelpreneur. I was with Branlyn working those 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay. We both have been in education. So honestly, those 8 to 10 hours a day don't really account for what we were really working, because your work don't just stop after work. Even if you don't want to take work home, you still take either on your students' stress and trauma, or you have to take home the test that you didn't get graded during the day. We took all of that on, and that was not just a regular 8 to 10 hour day. But recently, I transitioned from working directly in the classroom, and now I work as an educator of travel businesses. So I am working as a full-time travel coach and travel agent in my business. And let me tell y'all, it has absolutely changed my life. Things are going great. And I love that we are talking about tips for working your travel business remotely, because that's exactly what we both do. And we're able to do it successfully. And if you've ever thought about joining this business, then you can do it too. And we're going to give you some tips on how to do that. Branlyn, you want to kick off with the first tip that we have?
For the first tip we got going on, number 1, it says leverage technology for seamless communication. So we're utilizing technology today. Y'all saw we had, listen, it don't come without growth, okay? So there's some growing pains in the use of technology, but leveraging that technology. So once you figure it out, how can you use it? Like how we communicate with you today on multiple different platforms. How and why does it work? So Tia, what are your thoughts on leveraging technology for seamless communication?
Listen, I love me some technology. I've been down with technology before COVID ever even happened. Okay, jumping on a meeting on Zoom, getting on a FaceTime, and I think that that translated for us. First of all, because we were teachers, using technology was like you had to keep your students active, to keep them alert, to get hey, Jean, over on TikTok. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So using those things in the classroom was something that definitely translated over into our businesses. But I think also because we both have worked in capacities where we travel while we're working. whether that be as international teachers. We both have experiences doing that. Again, COVID, I think if COVID has done nothing, it has prepared us to use technology. And it has been amazing to see how it can definitely help to elevate your business. I think just the fact that we're all on social media together right now it speaks volumes to how you can use technology to leverage your business. It's so many people that I've seen in and out of, whether it be on my live on Facebook or on the live on TikTok. I don't know, y'all. That's why I got distracted, because I know Jean, that's the one person out of everybody that's been on here. I know one person out of maybe the 50 people that have been over here on TikTok. And that speaks volumes. That means that I'm reaching out to 49 people in my business today. And I think that that speaks volumes of other people, how you can also leverage technology seamlessly to be successful in your business. Most of my clients, most of my business partners, I didn't know them. Didn't know them, but technology helped me to connect with them. So in the first 8 months of my business, I sold over $100,000 worth of travel to strangers. Wasn't the people that I knew, it was to strangers. And it was all because of technology. So how has your experience been with that, Branlyn? I know you started off with the tip, but how has your experience in this business been with technology being a seamless leverage for your business?
I think one of the things is that outside of social media, technology was already integrated in my normal form of life. Like, we're some travelers. We go see the world. Like, we are not a stranger to a plane, a boat, a ship, or whatever you want to call them. Or, we want to get out. I know Tia's on a hunt for a specific number for a certain age. We're both over 30 plus countries, 35. I think Tia's over 35 at this point, plus countries. So one of the things that is a fact is that we were already utilizing technology to book travel, right? And so the beautiful part about joining this business is that when we talk about leveraging technology, there's a large foundational piece of it that you're already doing. Booking travel with a vendor is very similar to you booking travel on one of the popular online booking engines or sites. So there's nothing that's really shifting with that. But one of the things that has shifted for me and maybe for you is that we're finding new and creative ways to even communicate with our team members. So as you heard Tia say, she has business partners. I also have business partners. And then we're also collectively on a team together. So being able to communicate with that team and share information and put information out there about our businesses, that's one way we're actually leveraging communication of technology seamlessly. Also, we're doing that to the people that we know, and then opening it up to, like Tia said, people that we don't know. There are a number of you that are joining me on TikTok today that we're just meeting. Hey, how you guys doing? So nice to meet you. I hope you come back, right? So it's a large number of us that this is a great way for us to connect and talk about one of the things that me and Tia both feel strongly about. We ain't over here trying to gatekeep the blessings. Like, we know about the blessings, okay? We know what the abundance looks like, and we want to invite you into that abundance. So
Absolutely.
leveraging technology is like, some people, I think, to our coaches, her how she like to say it all the time, you overthinking it. Some people
Over.
like overthink technology. Now, we might have some hangups and some hiccups, but we're using it. And we're using it to the best of our ability. I think that's the
I
key
mean,
thing.
but let's be honest, don't you have hangups and hiccups in any job, whether you're on the
1,000%.
for yourself or whether you're working for somebody else? Like, especially being in the classroom. I remember being in the classroom and we would have a state test, or what would be considered a state test when I'm working internationally. Whether the kids don't have pencils, whether the test didn't get printed out. If it wasn't a state test, whether the test didn't get printed out that day, it was so many hiccups that you find in your regular everyday jobs. It's the same thing with a business. And I think people overthink it sometimes. And they're just like, well, what if, what if, what if, what if? We had problems today with every single technology piece that we tried to log on here with. We had problems with everything, but we're still on here because what if? Okay, what if now let's move on. Let's figure it out. Let's get this information to people. And I think that that is a great way to move into our second tip for this business, because I talk about this all the time, Branlyn. I talk about this all the time. The second tip for working a travel business remotely is automating your process. Okay. I love automation so much. I love automation. I preach it so much because it just makes things simple. So if you don't know what automation is, that's all right. I'm going to tell you. Automation is basically things happening while you sleep. Things happening while you don't have, like, you don't have to do anything. It's already set up for you. So I use automation in my business to, let's say that someone that's on this call today, you want to, well, both of us use this in our business. Say that you want to get more information about starting your own travel business. Well, great. You could go ahead as soon as we get off of here. We don't have to get on the call. We don't have to send you an email. You can go to travelagentworkshop.com and use either of our sponsor codes. Mine is Take the World, Branlyn, yours.
Never unpack.
All you have to do is go to travelagentworkshop.com, use our sponsor code, and you will get all of the information in an automated way. You can do it on your own time. It's on demand. That's an automated process to where we don't have to schedule a call, because we do have, times that you can schedule with us. We can get on a call, email back and forth, but it's already set up so you can go ahead and get it. For bookings and payment processors, people think about getting to the business and they're like, oh, I don't want to punch in numbers all day. I don't want to be getting people's card information, doing da, 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 da. There are systems for that. We have systems for everything to make it easy for you. Even in the realm of social media, when we talk about marketing, there are scheduling tools that you have. You don't have to sit on your phone and think, oh, let me post this today. Let me post it. Let me put this post up at 2:55 today. There are scheduling things so you can make everything automated. Branlyn, I preach automation all the time. What are your thoughts on automation at this point? And how, if you've used it, how has it helped you, or how do you see that it can help you?
Listen, y'all. Every week we be like, I'll be like, girl, I'm trying to automate something. Okay. Cause let me tell you something. It is okay to build a business while you still working at somebody else's business. Cause that's your business. Okay. And it's important that you give your business, like Auntie Tab say, that's your business. It's important that you give your business some love. All right. Love and nourishment and all of those things. So in the last 6 months of starting a travel business.
Happy six-month anniversary.
Thank you kindly. In the last 6 months, I am learning automation is important in order to maximize my time. I told you I give 10 hours out of a 24-hour day to my job, my main girl, my main wife, my main man. I give them 10 hours a day at minimum. Okay. So being able to communicate to other people, you sign up, you get information, or you don't have to come to me to tell me about your trip. You can go directly to my website. You can go click on that. You can fill out the form. I get that information. And then I need to have something that automates some information back to you. So when I tell you Tia is the guru and I'll be telling her, listen, I need automation training. Tell me how to automate something else. Because it's important, you guys. It's very, very important. We have to find ways to maximize our time, because you don't have to give all your time to build somebody else's business, right? So automation for my business is how I build my empire. Amen.
Absolutely, Brandon. I love that you said that, So, and I want to make clear that for some people, building up somebody else's business, working a 9 to 5, that may be your thing. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Okay. Do not think that because we are having these travel talks that we are saying you have to be an entrepreneur to be successful in life. Nope, that's not it. You don't have to join this travel business with us. You don't have to let us coach you on how to do it successfully if that's not your thing. But for those that it is for, we can help you with beyond these tips, okay? Beyond these things that we're talking about. Those people who it is for, okay? You can run your business successfully as a side hustle or as a full-time gig. And we can give you the tools to help you do that. Which another tool, we talked about tip number 2, but another tool to helping you become successful in your business and working remotely, which is what we're talking about today, is mastering time zone management. Branlyn, talk about that. Because I think that goes for you right now, because you got a 10-hour day and then you got to work your side hustle. And people want to know about that.
Listen, one of the things, because Tia and I both travel quite frequently, we're often finding ourselves in a variety of different time zones, which means we're communicating with 2 separate groups of people, meaning we got to communicate with our clients, future team members. We're also communicating with vendors. And for people who want to see the world, the vendor is not The vendor ain't down the street from your house. Okay.
No, they're not. They're not.
They across the pond, they around the corner a little bit, they are in areas with different languages and different things going on.
Mhm.
So it's just really, really important to know where your vendors are located, to know where your clients and future business partners are located, so that communication can definitely happen when it's supposed to. The other thing is, one, especially for those of you that are thinking about this very remotely and you don't want to stop doing what you're doing in your day life, in your daytime, you just have to make sure that you communicate when you know people are going to get the information. Sometimes, because I am traveling, maybe I was just in Bali. I had clients on the East Coast. There was like a 12-hour time, 12 or 14-hour time difference. I can't remember what it was. But I
Mhm.
also don't want to send you an email at 4 a.m. So one automation I do know how to do is schedule an email, okay?
Okay.
I can schedule an email and I can put a time on it so that it gets to you in a timely fashion so that you can see at the top of your morning. But I'm also not emailing you at some crazy random hour. So it's very, very important as a travel agent that we know those time zones, especially when it comes to our vendors, because you don't want to be on East Coast time. They are 8, 10 hours ahead of you. And now you didn't get the email out and now they on weekend leave. And now you can't get any information back to your client until you wake up Monday your time, which now has put you 3 days behind in getting information out, right? And information in this business is money. It's money. Information in this business is money. Being able to move, because when people are ready to book, they ready to book. When people are ready to fly, they ready to fly. When people are ready to join your business, they are ready to join your business. So making sure you can get the information to them, oh, that's money on every aspect of the word.
Braylon, I ain't got nothing else because you done left it all on the table. Ain't nothing else. You done left everything on the table. Time zone management is big. It absolutely is big, especially if you're working remotely. And all I'll be doing is regurgitating everything that she said because it's facts. This business does allow you to work from anywhere, and that's the a joy of it. Not only does it allow you to work from anywhere, it helps you to work from anywhere. It helps you to travel more, save more, and experience more. That's one of our slogans because it's true. It helps you to do all of those things. But because you can travel more and experience more and save more on all of those things, you have to master that time zone management. And you can definitely do that through our tips that we already gave you, which is automating and leveraging technology. Everything just wraps back in together. So I'm gonna just, because Branlyn left it all on the table, I'm gonna move on because I don't
So
want
Tia,
to.
I'm a alley-oop this up to you because listen, y'all, listen, Tia has been taking the world. Okay. So this is a lifestyle. And she not new to this. And our
Mhm.
fourth point or tip that we want to make today is build a strong virtual presence.
Mhm.
Baby, Tia take the world is when I tell you she all over the world, okay? Honey, her and Brandy came up with those lyrics together. They on top of the world together. Can you tell us why is it so important to build a strong virtual presence and maybe even some of your challenges that you faced in building one?
Definitely. I think that prioritizing digital marketing is not only smart, but it's efficient. It's the thing to do. Okay, whether it's from building your website, social media, email marketing, all of those things are a strong virtual presence, and I think that they're so super important in the day and age that we're in. Number one, we're in an age of technology. Whether you want to be or not, we are in an age of technology. That just is what it is. Okay, so to be successful in a business that is also online or that you need to work online, your virtual presence needs to be there. So people need to be able to see you. And let me tell you, no matter how good that reel is, no matter how good that picture looks, everybody that is on your friends list is not going to see it when you post it. I was just telling Branley, y'all, I had me a really good staycation, y'all. I just had me a great staycation. I leveraged my travel business and was able to stay at this really nice glamping location. It was beautiful. It was an amazing time. I went without my husband. I was by myself.
Ain't tell
Did
no friends neither.
didn't tell nobody. Did some self-care, okay? I posted a reel about it on Instagram. Instagram said, "Oh, that's cute." No, we're not showing anybody. All right. I have multiple businesses, so I have multiple Instagram pages, and I always go and check about my virtual presence. When Instagram wants to shoot something out there, you'll see it on the other pages when you log on there. If they don't want to shoot it out there, you got to go and search for that video. So I went to my other page. I said, oh, okay, Instagram don't want to. This what it was good to me, but it wasn't good to them. I say all of that to say, despite what you post and how you are building up, however you think that your virtual presence is, it needs to be bigger than that. You need to be on your stories. You need to make sure that you are messaging people, commenting back to people, that you are sharing things on that type of level. It goes more than just posting one time. Because I had a friend that used to be so mad. She was like, girl, why you ain't putting no fire under my post? I'm like, post? I didn't see your post. Like, what do we? I didn't see anything. She's like, are you still following me? I am. You're still my friend. I just didn't see it. They say now on social media that you have to have contact with people 10 times before they will see something now. Like 10 times? What? What? That's a
Sometimes I
lot.
don't even talk to y'all that many times in a week.
I don't talk to nobody that much. My husband, maybe. All right. But saying all of that means that your virtual presence has to be there. And that's not just for social media. Like I said, having a website so that people can contact you when you're not on social media. If you don't want to be on social media, that's okay. You can have a successful business. I see people who don't post much of anything, but their websites are popping. They are booking people because their email marketing is it. Email marketing has been one thing that has definitely helped my business to pop, where I'm not posting travel deals on Instagram because I know they're going to play me. I put it in my email marketing and I get people back like, "Ooh, that's a good travel deal. I want to." I'm like, okay, I guess so. So there are different ways to be social and to have that virtual presence be known. Just know that you don't have to dominate social media. You don't have to have the most following on TikTok or Instagram or on Facebook. Just having a virtual presence, which could be in different levels. Listen, if you built that strong virtual presence, then you can go very far. So what are your thoughts on that, Branlyn?
Listen, I agree with everything you're saying. We're working on as a team, just being present in the month of October, making sure we're posting things here and there. And it's a challenge, right? But nothing comes easy. But this absolutely has been challenging, trying to, I call it the logarithm. And my math friend said, I don't think that's the logarithm, the algorithm, the logarithm. I'm pretty sure there's a log of 10 involved somewhere, because to your point, oh, you said 10 exposures. I need 10. So the logarithm is involved. Okay. The log of 10. You got to stay in contact with people. You got to keep your business on the front end of, on the front of things. And then I know some of you are saying, well, I don't do what y'all do. You live your life on social media. Now, truth be told, between the both of us, we don't live our whole life on social media. Well, Tia now is a whole different profession, but I am still of the noble
Even
profession.
still,
A lot of things that get, boxed in. However, this goes back to talking about leveraging technology and seamless communication. All of these things fit back in. Even if you can't do it, once you start figuring out how to even invest just a little parts of money, you can even hire a virtual assistant who can actually leveraging communication with that person to ensure that your virtual presence is being met, and then getting into this whole system of automating posts that go out. Tia got a couple of steps ahead of me on that. I'm coming. Because I was like, I'm supposed to post how many times a day? I'm supposed to get this information
I
out.
told
And you
scheduling.
don't
I
have
don't even.
to.
You don't even have to have a VA, or if you got the coin to do it, that's cool. Go ahead, because that'll make it a little bit more. It could make it a little more easier on you if you get a little
I'm just
coin.
saying it for those people who struggle with, like, me and you are very creative in the sense of we can go to a Canva and come up with a cute little graphic. Everybody ain't got that kind of juice.
True enough. True enough.
And when you don't, you need to leverage technology
Hmm.
to do some other things for you and your business. And it's okay to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. And with that, sometimes reaching out, it's not a problem. That's not a problem. I think that knowing that you need other people to make your business a success sometimes is the smartest piece of knowledge that you can have.
Mhm.
Most businesses run with other people in
Yeah.
whatever capacity that is. Just because you might be a solopreneur, but whether it be the mailman picking up your merch that you're sending out to somebody, whether it be your hosting website that you have, you are working with somebody to make. It's not just you and you alone. All right. So working with
Mhm.
other people is something that you can do to leverage your business as well. But we're going to go ahead and move into our last and final topic, or tip, which is to create a mobile office. Branlyn, you want to talk about that a bit?
Listen, when you're out here saying your business is remote, you need to be able to take your office with you. There's a couple of places we did a group trip to Cyprus together, Tia and I. It was a nice number of us, and I remember getting ready for that trip because that was really my first big trip since starting my business. And it
Mhm.
was like, do I have everything to be successful in a business that I can work remotely? Like,
Mhm.
we here work remotely, and some of y'all are like, well, I thought I could just work from the comfort of my own home. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. But if I have the freedom to work remotely, I want to work from somebody beach. I want to work from
Hello,
poolside at the
somebody.
villa. I want to
Hello,
work
somebody.
from Bali at the eco bamboo house. I want to be able to have my freedom to go to all of these places. So when we're talking about a mobile office, do you have your laptop? Do you have your charger? If you're traveling internationally, do you have the adapter to that charger to
Mhm.
go? Do you have your what's my air I call it an air drive. I'm pretty sure that's not the right word for it. My portable hard drive. What's the
Okay.
word?
I think
You
that's
know
what you're
what I'm
talking about,
saying?
the portable hard drive. I think that you keep
Portable
all
hard drive.
the.
Important because we work with a lot of documents, so I'm not trying to leave everything on my computer because if that joker crashed, then what are we gonna do next?
Listen.
You got to make sure wherever you're going has adequate internet connection, and if it doesn't, you need a solution when you get there for what internet connection looks like, whether that's a hotspot from your phone or portable Wi-Fi boxes. All of these things work, but it's just important to make sure you have what you need to be successful on the road. I have a handy dandy notebook that has all of my thoughts, dreams, ideas, and visions, and people's plans. So Tia want to plan a trip. Tia's next anniversary, and I got all the ideas and the things we talked about from our debrief of the meeting. I need that with me when I go on my trip, right? I do think I will say as a challenge, and I'll toss it back to you, Tia. One of the challenges that I had was this was a new piece of weight carrying around the airport because there's certain stuff you don't put in your luggage. I can't put my laptop in my luggage, so now I got my laptop with me. I felt a little heavier in these
Mhm.
last couple of trips. I don't think it's a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, I think Tia mentioned when we started off, people talk about you see a lot of good things. People show you the fluffy stuff
Mhm.
on social media and in these calls. So I also just think it's important to say, like, no, this was a challenge as well. Like, I'm carrying a lot more stuff than I've ever carried, but I also love the time freedom that came from it. Like, I'm
Listen.
still working and making money while traveling.
Mhm.
And there's something about that I like to be able to say continually moving forward. What are your thoughts?
I love this tip. I love this tip. If you're just joining, we have been giving tips today about working travel business remotely because we think that's a lot of the reason. That's a big perk that people get into this business is that you can work it remotely. So, in creating a mobile office, that's important. And a lot of people don't think about a lot of points that you talked about, Branlyn, having these things. You think about never unpacking and you think about starting a travel business because you can travel more and you can save on your travels and make money on your travels. But then you're like, I think people forget the part where it's like, well, I'm never gonna unpack, but now can I pack light? Because I got all this stuff with me. And I don't want you all to think that it's daunting or anything because as Brandon said, we travel all the time. We have not slowed down on anything, especially now that we own our own travel business. We don't slow down on anything. But what I can say is every time I leave the house, I either have my take my mini laptop, which is my iPad with the keyboard, okay, in case I got to get on to do some things. Life looks different, okay, and that's not a bad thing. Different is not bad. It's just different. I had to just change some things up, and I think being open in the mind to that, because I think a lot of times we ask for things and we don't realize what comes with the things that we ask for. So you're asking not to go into the office every day, but remember in the office you had a computer sitting at your desk that you worked with every day. Now your office is your house or wherever on the beach or at a cafe. That means that you have to take the office with you. So just being aware and alert that that's something that you have to do. And it works for you. It works because you can work from anywhere. we are both from the States, but we are able to spend time in other places, other countries, because we're able to take this business on the road with us. And I love that about it. I think that that is a plus for me. Like you said, Branlyn, you love that it gave you time freedom, I believe that you mentioned, but it gives you all types of freedom. It gives you, I love the freedom to work from anywhere. I love that. I love that this week when I went on my little staycation, I was working by a plunge pool. Okay. Now, granted, I had my notebook, like you said, Brandon. I couldn't have my laptop because I can't be getting that wet in the plunge water. But I was working from somewhere else. It wasn't at home. And because we're able to create a mobile office, even though that can be different for you, it's a plus. And I absolutely love that for us. And because we have started these businesses, we have that option. So those were our 5 tips for you today for working a travel business remotely. And we're just going to go back over them. The first tip was leveraging technology for seamless communication. The second tip, Brand?
Automate your processes. Working on that one.
The third one is mastering time zone management. And another time we'll get on here and talk about managing time, period. Okay.
Okay.
Work on it. Okay. What's the next one, Brand?
Number 4 was build a strong virtual presence.
Okay, and then the last one was to create a mobile office. All right, y'all. We'll put up some of these snippets of each of these tips. And if you have questions for them, you can definitely DM us or email us. However, we're on most social media platforms right now. We're on TikTok and Facebook. You can catch us on Instagram, everything, if you have questions about anything that we talked about today. Now, we always like to wrap up our, sessions of the Takeoff with a little celebration. Now, Brother, we talked about it a little bit, but I don't know if you want to hit on it too much, but I just want to say again, congratulations on making 6 months in your business. That's amazing. Woo, woo.
Listen, that is actually my celebration. Yes, that is my round of applause, celebration for that. I'm super excited to celebrate 6 months in the travel business. Now, I'm not new to travel, but I'm new to being a travel agent, and I'm super excited about where it's going. Even when we talked about this, I was between celebrating the moment of being a travel agent versus celebrating the courage to start a business. And I think both of them are important. I think there's one reason why a lot of us are comfortable with working for the man or the woman these days, right? Is that there are a lot of things that they take care of. They take care of the roof that's over your head. They take care of the insurance and the benefits and all of these other things that come along with having a job. However, it has been so rewarding and so renewing to start a business, to see it through. I just celebrated. I put a post up yesterday. So I'm just super excited to say, hey, I started a travel business. And never, even for me, Never Unpack is a transcending title. Never Unpack started when I moved a long time ago to the UAE as a teacher, and I wanted to document my travels. And I felt like then how I feel like now, which is there's so much world to see. Why would one ever unpack? And so to be able to take a blog and now move it into a new era of life and be able to take that and grow a business from it, I feel like was always the seed that was planted, but had not received any water to grow. And now I'm excited to tend to my garden.
Okay, Garden, another round of applause for you. Congratulations. So happy for your success in this business. I told you when I told you about this business that you would be big, and you just had to come around to your own. I think that's something that we talk to prospects about, people who are thinking about this business, is that you have to do it in your own time, and
I
that's
told
okay.
her, no, that's a whole nother episode though.
Told me no. Here she is 6 months later, many trips later, building the team, doing all the things. I just want to say congratulations to you for your celebrations that you're celebrating this week. That's amazing, Brand. I'm proud of you.
What you got celebrating on your end?
This week, I want to celebrate that I just welcomed someone else to our travel team, and I'm so excited about it. Y'all, Branlyn had mentioned that there's a number on how many people that I want to help in this business, and I really have a goal before the end of 2024 to help 100 people, 100 more people to start their travel business. So I was really excited this week because it started off really momentous with me reaching out or getting some feedback from other people who have decided to start their business. And I have one prospect who is really excited about it. I can't wait till she comes out with everything that she wants to offer to the people that she's sharing the business with and the clients that she'll book. I'm just really excited about that. Every time that I get someone new that joins the business and I'm able to coach them on how to be successful, I'm able to coach them on how to automate systems, on how to travel more, on how to help other people travel more, it really fills me up. I have been living with travel as sort of a center of my life for the past several years. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that makes other people happy. And the fact that I can now profit off of it is nice, but the fact that I'm able to help other people, I'm probably going to use this as a celebration each and every week because it makes me happy. I believe that we were all put on this earth to help people in some way. It doesn't have to be that you are helping somebody pick up boxes across the street. Your help for somebody can be giving them a kind word. Your help for somebody can be in many different ways. And my way, I was put on this earth to help people travel more. I was put on this earth to help other people make money helping other people to travel more. So I'm able to do that, and I am so excited about it, and I'm celebrating myself for that today. And in advance, I'm telling y'all I'm gonna be celebrating helping 100 people start their business before the end of the year. So go ahead and boop, put that down.
As you should. I know we need to wrap up this call today. We've already recapped what we talked about. And so we want to end our call with an affirmation because we just feel like that's important. It's important to understand your purpose. And it's also making sure that you stay focused in what you're doing. So our affirmation for today is I am empowered, limitless, and prepared to seize every opportunity the world offers me.
That's good. I'm gonna say that I am empowered, limitless, and prepared to seize every opportunity the world offers me. Y'all say that to yourself, recycle that in your mind, write it down, post it up on the wall, and live by that because you are empowered, you are limitless, and you are now prepared to seize every opportunity. We appreciate y'all for joining in with us. We want to let you know that if you are interested in booking travel with either one of us, you can find me at taketheworldtravel.com and Branlyn.
You can find me at neverunpacks with an S.com.
And also, if you are thinking about starting a travel business where you can travel more, save more, or experience more, you can go to our automated systems and you can check out our free travel agent workshop, and that's travelagentworkshop.com. If you are tuning in with me and you would like to sign up for this business with me as your coach, all you have to do is use my sponsor code, which is Take the World. Branlyn, go ahead and share your information for your followers.
And you use the same information, you utilize my sponsor code, which is Never Unpack, no S.
And we will put that in the chat as well. You can also find that on either one of our social media pages. Again, I'm Tia Takes the World or Take the World Travel, and Branlyn is at Never Unpack. All right. Or the website neverunpacks.com. All right. We will be here with y'all every Friday. We hope that you enjoyed, and we will see y'all next week. Y'all make sure y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. And
See you guys. Happy Friday. And don't forget to take off. Yes.